director of the Seoul International School, and I would like to welcome you to SIS. We have a long history here in Seoul as a well-established part of the community, whose mission is to develop students who will become inquisitive, independent thinkers and collaborative learners. We're a pre-kindergarten through grade 12 international school that strives to bring the best teachers from around the world into an environment where they will have the support of a collaborative group of experienced professionals who will help and encourage them and bring out the best in their teaching. Those who do teach here will find themselves challenged in the most positive of ways by a student body dedicated to learning and to achieving at the highest of levels. Whether that be in the academic areas of math, science, English, world languages, technology, or social studies, or in the visual and performing arts, physical education, interscholastic sports, or forensics. Constantly proud but hardly surprised to see that spirit of success filter into our community outside of the school, as our students regularly understand the need for and seek opportunities to become highly involved in community service projects. Our students strive to follow our SIS Tiger values by becoming independent and reflective thinkers, trustworthy students and global citizens, effective communicators, and socially responsible children and young adults.
SIS is an amazing place. It represents, I think, the finest in education that Asia has to offer. And I think the school represents a significant professional challenge in the sense that it helps me to be a better teacher. It creates an environment where I'm expected to and encouraged to provide a state-of-the-art education.
I find that the students at the school are really able to take risks and experiment, and that's what many of the top art schools are really looking for.
The package here is very, very competitive relative to similar international schools in Asia. The health insurance is just platinum level. But aside from those standard things that health insurance and salary are just lots of other little perks that ensure that our quality of life here is of a pretty high standard.
I love the caring staff, the teachers and staff that really truly care about my child, not only as a student, but as an individual. That, as a parent, makes all the difference to me.
I love our campus. Our campus is beautiful. The trees, the buildings. It's just kind of nice to go to school in some place that's not whitewashed and generic. It's beautiful.
I was very pleasantly surprised when I arrived here to find of what a high quality the housing is. Relative to Korean standards, they're quite spacious. Any repairs that need to be done are typically done within about a 24-hour span of time. The building that we live in is really wonderful for a number of reasons. One is that it's very, very close to school, less than a 10-minute walk, so you don't need to own a car to live here. One of the things I really appreciate about living in the quad, or the apartment building that's provided for us, is that when I want community, it's right outside my door. I can engage with my neighbors as much as I want. And at the same time, when I'm feeling a need to have some privacy, I'm able to have a nice, quiet, private space.
The PD here at SIS is as good, if not better, than most any schools I've ever heard of. We get $1 million won a year, which is about $1,000 US. We're able to use that pretty freely towards anything that will help us. There's not a lot of places, things that will bar us from using it towards things that will better ourselves and the SIS community. And also within the school, we have a lot of PD opportunities that our teachers can share their expertise with others. So the PD here is excellent in terms of what you can spend your money on, what the teachers can share with each other, and we also bring in a lot of experts from around the world, and they can share their expertise with teachers.
My goal is for students to feel comfortable and get out of their comfort zone, feel confident. And I feel very fortunate every single day. I work at SIS with children who are so motivated and hardworking.
When my child goes in, he should be smiling, and when he comes out, he should be smiling. So when we came to SIS, we observed various schools, but that was one remarkable thing that we noticed at SIS, that all children, all staff are smiling. They are happy, they look happy.
Experience at SIS as being very unique. How many parents can testify that their children go to school every day with a smile on their faces? You can't observe this phenomenon at any other school, and it seems unbelievable, but it's not just my children, it's all the children here at SIS.
Old son is 7th grade, and little one is 6th grade. They both love schools, really.
All in all, whatever subject, even in sports, I mean, these kids are just so dedicated. They want to do their best. They want their, friends to do their best. They always hype each other up,
Not once did he miss the bus. Not once. And I think that really characterizes how much he really loved this environment. This, not just the academic support, but the friendship, the bonds that he creates with his peers. It is unique. You can't find it in any other that I've seen.
I think SIS has one of the highest standards of academic excellence, and I think that was, as a parent, that is what struck me the most. In terms of the level of academia, the excellence that it strives for, and I'm always impressed by how dynamic the curriculum is, in that every year when I talk to the teachers and what they're trying to do with the curriculum, they're always trying to adapt, implement the best practices, and really looking out for how they should best educate the students. And I think that level of excellence and commitment has been the most impressive part and the most compelling part of the education here at SIS. I think in addition to the academic standards, there's been a very strong focus on extracurricular activities, whether it's sports or arts, music. There's a very strong commitment to try to have as much focus on the extracurricular activities as well. And I think it shows in the results, whether it's college enrollment to watching our children progress and mature as they get into the higher grades. I think that transition is very evident in terms of how they are growing as students. And I think
After recess, we come in and my teacher reads me some stories, then I read by myself for 20 minutes.
And my favorite is 3D printing because it's fascinating to see the 3D printers.
In Makerspace, we're essentially a conglomerate of different subject areas. We can take anything from science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics together. And the really big thing for us is student engagement. We want to pick some things that when students come in, they're excited about.
It feels like to me that SIS, part of the tradition, has this school spirit.
It's almost like a camaraderie between students.
It always feels like once you come into this SIS community, we all start to think that we are one. And we all act together, we all support each other, we do whatever it takes to, help each other out.
Yeah.
And just from that, I just love the SIS tradition here.
She really loves it here. I've never heard a student or a child saying that she loves school. And they really like SIS. They just love SIS. Wherever they go, they wear the shirts, the hats, and everywhere. So everyone knows that they're SIS students. I'm a teacher, and I talk to his subject teachers, special teachers, and I mean, their help and how they want to help is just I was really, really grateful.
Through student newspapers like Tiger Times and through leadership positions such as in the high school student council, students have such a wide breadth and array of opportunities to make a difference in our community and to find empowerment within ourselves. And so I think that one of the most beautiful parts about being a student at SIS is that we can find ways to make change in our community and to make a better community and to create a better environment around us solely through our own actions.
One of the most exciting activity I did was when I was in 3rd grade, and I had a specific topic. So it was I was on thunder, like lightning, so we had to make like some kind of like lightning thing, like a tool that uses lightning or helps people with lightning. So we came up with some kind of lightning rod that once the thunder hits it, the energy of the thunder goes down a metal wire, and then we put average size like weight in the middle, and then the electricity gets like decreased, and then we put another electric wire which goes down and powers all the buildings, and then we actually like made the circuit in Makerspace. So we got like copper wires, and then we like put it together, and then we ended up having a good project.
Yeah, we do circuits, we do robotics, we do simple machines. I think Edward experienced that in 4th grade.
Yep.
We do even as basic as origami. Sometimes it's just like more craft oriented. A lot of the kids really like that, so that would be more of an art element. We do 3D printing. There isn't much that we don't do. I mean, we'll try almost anything, and again, we're looking for student engagement.
Hello, my name is Yun Chen Huang. I'm currently a senior at SIS Seoul International School. I've been in SIS in 6th grade, so it's my 6th year. A lot of SIS students think that SIS is really well known for its strong academic program, but what I really think is that not only the academic program, but the athletic programs in SIS is also great, with sports ranging from volleyball, tennis, soccer, to even badminton, swimming, and cross country. Like, one of the most memorable experiences I had at SIS was one of the varsity volleyball games that we had against KIS, where I was actually playing on the field, and when I was focused in the game and looked to the audience, like, they were all cheering out loud with drum sounds, like people chanting all together with us. That really made me feel like I was part of the community, and really felt like SIS was really the right place for me. What do you guys think about that?
I mean, I actually remember the same game because that night we were planning an event called Freshman Late Night. And so every year, the High School Student Council, which I'm a member of, plans this event with freshmen, and we'll get around, maybe around half of the freshman class or so, around 50 kids, and we'll all pack everyone into this into Tiger Gym 2 downstairs, along with our normal attendance of fans. So maybe that's like 80 or 100 people, something like that.
Even more sometimes.
Yeah, and then it's just like this, huge crowd of people cheering for their brothers, some of their older brothers, some of their upperclassmen friends. It's just so much energy in one room, and being able to, as part of the High School Student Council, plan something like that is super empowering.
I had so much fun just watching the game, but also supporting all the athletes. And I remember in that game that we especially brought drums because we were going against a rival school, and I was just like drumming the drums like as loud as possible, screaming out players' names, like just cheering them on throughout the whole game. And I remember even the coaches couldn't speak to their athletes just because, and the athletes couldn't even hear the coaches because of how loud the whole gym was. And at the end of the game, I went home with a very sore throat, but with a very fun experience of just supporting the game and watching our SIS team win.
Hello, my name is Julia Kim, and I've been teaching music at SIS for the past 17 years. I teach Suzuki strings in the elementary and full orchestra and strings classes in the middle school and high school level. The SIS Suzuki program is the elementary strings program for SIS students in grades K through 5. We currently have 55 students enrolled in the Suzuki violin, viola, and cello classes. Suzuki students meet once or twice a week with Dr. Park or Ms. Kim during recess and learn how to play their instruments in a group setting through the Suzuki method. Repertoire is all from the Suzuki books, and students perform in 2 concerts throughout the year. We aim for K-5 in the violin classes, and for cello classes, grades 1 through 5, and bass classes, we aim for having students in grades 4 and 5.
The elementary after-school enrichment program offers students opportunities to learn new skills. The skills students learn can range from art and dance to technology to cooking and learning a new language. Aside from keeping students engaged, ASE also gives students the opportunity to improve their social skills. When students are surrounded by other students who have the same interests, they are more likely to talk and make friends.
The ES-ASE stands for the Elementary School After School Enrichment Program. It's the biggest program that we have in elementary, and it goes from kindergarten all the way up to grade 5. We have 3 different categories of groupings. We group kindergarten and first grade together, and second and third grade together, and fourth and fifth grade students together. 3 times a year we offer 10 different classes each trimester, and the kids have a chance to sign up for different classes based on their interests and what courses are offered by different teachers. Some of the examples include ballet, makerspace, robotics, chemistry, cooking, literacy classes like reading and yoga, creative writing. After School Enrichment is a really unique program that we have in the elementary school because we had 130 students participate last year, and we had 17 different classes offered by 17 different teachers from the elementary, middle, and high school level. I think the best thing about ASE is that the kids have an opportunity to work with other students from other classes. So for example, kindergarten students can work with first grade students and so on. And also the fact that we have teachers in elementary, middle, and high school that sign up to teach classes. So a kindergartner might have a middle school teacher, or a fourth grader might have a high school teacher teaching their class. And I think that's a really nice, unique opportunity that we can utilize here at SIS because we have elementary, middle, and high school all in one setting.
I graduated the year 2000, and SIS is actually part of my life. And my older sister, my younger brother, we all attended SIS. I came from the States, from California, and I didn't have that hard adjustment period. And I think it was not partially, but mainly because the school was very welcoming. And I remember I wasn't great at grammar, and my teachers would help me, provide me extra help. I really liked the school. I really loved the school, and I really have that pride. My 2 children, they're actually, I wanted them to receive a Korean education because they are Koreans. And personally, when I came to Korea, I didn't really know Korean, or I didn't really know anything about Korea as a Korean, and I thought my kids should at least know the history of Korea, or they should learn how to write Korean. So then my eldest, she's a 4th grader at SIS right now, and she attended Korean school, but she's always asked me if she could go to my school. And so I said, okay, why don't we go take the test? My eldest, she's a 4th grader. My younger one, he's a 1st grader. And I feel like this community, this entire environment, everything, it just really supports her in many different ways. And she really loves it here. Coming here, just enjoying school, is a very interesting issue right now because not a lot of students like going to school. I just felt so grateful that my kids really like school. And the teachers are willing to talk to me. The teachers are willing to communicate with me to help my child, my younger one, be able to understand and actually have fun in class. And so then the first couple of days, he said he had some hard times, especially with writing and expressing what he's thinking, and he still has that difficulty, but still they put in that extra time to help my children really adjust to the school, the academics. So I'm really grateful for that.